Hey guys, I'm making this video for two reasons. One, I was trying to do this in a longer video, but it was just not editing, all this other stuff. So I was like, you know what, whatever. And also, I haven't done that much with Pokemon for my own, like, technically my own Pokemon region thing. So, in other words, I thought it would be kind of fun just to do this in the short term. Basically, make a bunch of videos of all the Pokemon things I've made. And since I finished them, yeah. So, in other words, hope you guys enjoyed. Let's get to the artwork. First things first, so obviously I put the Pokemon and Digimon that is, obviously you guys can tell which a Pokemon or what's a Digimon. So, other words, these are the forms, and this is what I made so many years ago. This Pokemon was actually pretty fun. I remember when I did this. There's a whole entire story of how and the reason why this happened, but I think I'm going to say that for a later time in the future. So yeah, but obviously these would keep. So this Pokemon would keep its same typing since Digimons don't have typings. And yeah, and how I'm putting them into this universe is the fact they're part of the different dimensions stuff, or in other words, or maybe just a paradox. Yeah, paradox Pokemon. So these are just paradox of the Pokemon. And how much I don't like it, we're just gonna say they're from different dimensions. This one is actually really cool. I like it. It seems very sleek. Honestly, it does have a very decent design. The one thing I could say from looking at the dragon from the Digimon, I could have probably made his face longer and fused the face a little bit instead of fusing the round face with the with the other dragon's face, making it shorter and rounder. I could have made it longer and rounder. But still, I find this a very good, perfect fusion. Second of all, here we go. Also, I will be fusing the Pokemon and the Digimon's names to make this Pokemon form. Digimon fusion form. Now, obviously, you guys can see the pictures, and it was kind of hard to do this one. This was one I did recently, actually. And this one was actually, the reason why it was so difficult was because it was hard because this was like a human and that was a lion. And so they're both sun type, but it's kind of hard to do because they're both just sun related. Now, by the way, I know this is very hard to see because they're both covered up. I did try my best to do these, but it was kind of hard to not cover up them, so we'll be showing you the original. Here is the original of what I did. So yeah, you guys can pause the video, whatever, and see. So yeah, but let's get to the next one. Now this one, you should be able to tell what's under, at least what's being covered. There's nothing really special. It's kind of simple. It's kind of simplistic, so I don't need to show you guys the original. Um, so yeah, this Digimon was actually when I was doing this, I was finally trying to finish up the legendary because this how the story was. I'll tell you partially the story. I wanted to do all of the Digimon gods. So all the Digimon gods that are in Digimon, and I wanted to fuse them with Pokemon. That being said, this Pokemon was a little difficult to make. Well, not difficult. It's just the fact that when I stopped, there was three more I didn't finish. But this one was actually pretty fun. I did like the fact I put the shell on him, the tail longer. You guys can see there's a little bit of Zygarde in there. Zygarde is, I think, is one of the unique Pokemons that I've liked so far. So this was actually a really cool fusion to do, and honestly, I think it's really awesome. Obviously, these different forms of these Pokemons wouldn't have the abilities, well, the exact overpower abilities of these ones. They would have a different ability trade off, if you may. You guys can guess what that is. I don't really know what I would give them for a power trade off. Maybe I'll do that for a longer video. But to be like, oh, what is going to be like a power trade off from these from these things who have like a main ability function. But for this one, I don't really know. I'm just saying that this thing has a solid form and it doesn't bind itself from cells because I refuse to do three different versions of this artwork. It's tiresome. I refuse. And the next one, again, it should be simplistic, so I shouldn't have to show you guys the originals, since the originals, you guys should know what the feet look like, and all it is covering up the feet. Um, these are not legendary Pokemon or legendary. This is not a legendary Digimon. well, you guys consider Shoutman as legendary Digimon. At least I consider him as one. But he is one of my favorites, and I have considered doing all of my personal favorite Digimon and infusing them into Pokemon. Now, I thought about it. I'm still considering it. Like I am. I'm still considering it. So don't worry, I am still considering. And obviously, I use his base form, uh, uh, just because it looks cooler. I do really love. I do really love this very much. Now, obviously, these two Pokemon will have two different abilities. And the only ability I would really give is the fact that one has like a shout ability that he uses from his own body, and the other one shouts through a mic. And I would imagine this would give them two different various abilities for a concept. So, yeah, this was actually really fun to do. And honestly, it's kind of fun. I'm kind of happy that I'm doing it like this. It should be like this. Having these being like personal videos, that means I can do a lot more on TikTok and other stuff. But again, I am probably going to do like probably two more videos because I want to do a little bit more on TikTok a lot lately. And so that means that, yeah, the only reason why I've only done one video on TikTok is because I want to make sure that other people can see it. But honestly, people can see them uploading, and honestly, they can just scroll down, to be honest. But yeah, but for the people on YouTube who are seeing this, I hope you really enjoyed these artworks. They were really fun to do, and they were really fun to make as well. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and you guys are really you guys are like, yeah, you guys have some fun. Because again, this was really fun for me to do. This was really fun for me to like make and all, and just going back from memory lane of when I was making some of them. There was like only I think, yeah, there was only two in there that I recently made, but the rest of them were stuff I made like years and years ago when I was at Transition Plus. So in other words, it will be great to go down to memory lane, and maybe one will definitely probably some point I will make a video on the full reason why these exist. See you guys later, and yeah, Crimson Thunder out. Hey guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, shut the bell notifications on, and share with your friends if you did like it. See you guys later.